Alrighty, guys. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, Heidi Jester, and crazy. This was on my front porch this morning, and I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is, especially because it is coming from Multi-Man Publishing. And I know I had a couple other things on pre-order, but I don't think any of these things are ready yet. So we're going to do a live unboxing and see what's in here, because I have no idea. Sounds like there's a dice, so there's definitely something in here. I'm just not sure what the heck is in here. So let's take a look and see. Let's open it up and take a look and see what we got. I don't know if Multi-Man Publishing is shipping something out that I don't know about, but it's a possibility. I do supposed to have a few things on pre-order, but okay. I know what it is now. Interesting. So, I'm not going to show you what it is. We're going to play. Guess what this is? The suspense is killing me, he says. Got to cover it up like this. So, this is what it is, if you can see. Dave Little, how you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. If you're not a war gamer, you probably don't know, but it is from Multi-Man Publishing, and it is Standard Combat Series. The Standard Combat Series from Multi-Man Publishing, and it is Rostov 1941 Race to the Dawn. I didn't know they were shipping this out already, so yay us! Rostov 1941. So should we take it on the shrink and take a look at it and see what it is? Roast Swordsman, how you doing, buddy? Al, Red Sox fan? Uh-oh, Joshua says, now I got to go check the shipping status of my copy. Yeah, I did not know. I did not get an email or anything from them saying they shipped something out. What I might try to do for you guys is switch the layout here so it's not upside down for you guys. There. That might be a little bit better for you. So yeah, I didn't know that they were shipping this out. So Rostov 41 is a standard combat series game covering the bold and somewhat foolhardy dash by Army Group South to take Rostov in the late fall of 1941. Amazingly, the attack succeeded, resulting in the Germans being isolated at the end of the logistical shoestring. The regrouping Red Army, slung from a long series of defeats, saw this as a perfect opportunity to launch its first coordinated attack of the war, thus paving the way for the Moscow counteroffensive. Just a few weeks later, Rostov 41 covers all the swirling mobile action in turns representing 3 to 6 days on a map of 1.5 miles per hex. Units are battalions to divisions. Low counter density and a wide open map brings all the action possibilities to light in some wild gameplay. Both players will find themselves under the gun. The German player must use his limited and overstretched forces to pull off a brilliant coup. Playing itself won't cut it. Speed is all important. With a lot of skills and a bit of luck, Rostov will be yours. Then you will have to pay the piper. The Russian player must conserve his forces as the German's rapier expends his energy. With the capture of Rostov requires a lot of skill and some luck on the Germans' part. But don't begin to think your job is easy. Derailing the Germans' drive can easily consume precious forces needed for your main effort, turning the tide of the table against the Germans and taking back great swaths of the motherland. There is a scenarios Fritz on the Dawn campaign, which is 14 turns. Fritz on the Muse, which is 4 turns. Fritz grabs Rostov, 7 turns. Soviet counterpunch, 4 turns. Rostov 41 component, Standard Combat Series Rulebook version 1.8, which I believe is the most up-to-date. Rostov 41 game-specific rulebook, 280 counters, 1 map, 22 by 34, 4 scenarios. Game designer is Dean Essing. Series designer is Ray West. And game developer Lee Forrester. Artwork box is Nicholas Ukabi. And the counter map and charts are Dean Essing. Rostov 41 Race to the Dawn complexity is medium. And solitaire suitability is medium. So let's take it out of the shrink and see what we got. Joshua says his is in packing. I mean, come on, how long does it take to put it in a box? I know, right? I didn't even know that I was getting this, to be honest. When I saw the package on the front porch, I thought, oh, I know what that is. And I picked it up and I saw Multi-Man Publishing and I said, I have no idea what this is. But then we went to lunch, so then I had to sit there and stew at lunch trying to figure out what the heck did I pre-order from MMP that's ready to be shipped. I got a lot of things on pre-order, but I didn't know this was being ready to ship. So it's no longer new and shrink. Let's take a look at what's inside the box, guys. Joshua says, I'm pretty sure the most recently released game would have the most recent rules. He's just saying. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Joshua. That is a good point. It probably would. So let's take a look inside the box. We'll set this over here. There we go. We have 2 6-sided dice for Rough Swordsman, Wargamer, and Tony's Board Life. These are 6-sided dice. And you see how you roll them? You see, you get that good combination going. Look at that. 5. See, they do have big numbers on the dice. A 6 and a 4. See that? All right, Rostov 41 Standard Combat Series, blah, 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 blah. Tells you what's in it. Standard Combat Series, Rostov 41 specific scenarios. There is 8 pages, including the terrain effects, the combat table, the artillery DG roll, and of course the scenario setup. Most of this is going to be scenario setup. There is literally 1, 2, 3 pages of specific rules, which probably are the same rules they used for the Panzer battles. Unit stacking, up to 3 units of any type can stack in a hex. Yeah, it's probably going to be very similar. You got your unit symbol keys, disorganized units, supply, barrages, unit reconstruction, weather, and that's it. That's all the special rules. So 8 rules of the standard combat series, and then you have 1, 2, 3 pages of specific rules. So you should be able to get this up and running in literally no time at all. Here is the counter sheets. I will say, look at my counter sheet. Look at that. See that? Look at that. My counter sheet came damaged. They have knocked a hole in my counter sheet. There's the counters. So obviously you got the German over here with some admin markers, some out of supply DG markers, and then you have the Soviets over here. Interesting, the Soviets only have a few exploit capable units here. Just a couple of them. They only have 2 guard units. One of them is exploit capable. The Germans, on the other hand, most of their units is exploit capable. They do have a lot of white numbers in the 3rd column there, which I believe is the movement. So what does the white movement mean I'm sure that means something important. See if it tells us what that is. It just says movement there. Supply. Yeah, we'll look at that later. That's fine. I'll figure it out. But the Germans do have a lot there. A lot of exploit-capable units. Looks like 3 airplanes for the Germans, so they're going to have air superiority. Look at these counters. You can just push on them and they just punch right out. Look at that. See that? Oh, where is it? Where are you? There you are. See that? Which is, it's good if you're going to be taking this game apart because it'll actually help you get the counters punched out really quickly as opposed to having to cut them out, which is nice. But if you're a collector, it's not nice because then your counters get all messed up really quickly. Let's take a look at the map. Of course, we have the standard combat series rules. 8. I was just going to comment about the lack of Soviet exploitation units. That will be challenging. I'm just guessing, and white might be motorized, so not exploit capable, and a different column on the TEC or something. Maybe. Maybe. It should stick out like a carrier. Colors and ownership. Units with black movement factors are motorized or mechanized. They suffer movement restrictions during mud turns. All black SS units are considered to have black movement factors for this purposes. Okay, so the black movement is going to have problems in the mud. And it makes sense that the white numbers are mostly on the infantry units. So that makes some good sense. All right, so where were we here? Yeah, here we are. Version 8 of the rules, whopping 7 pages. Designer notes on the 8th page. Very easy system to get into. Let's take a look at the map. I think that's it, right? Yes. Let's take a look at the map. I'm going to slide the microphone back just a little bit so we have a little bit of room. Put my X-Acto knife away before I kill myself with it. So there's your map. I guess I would call this like a semi-gloss paper map. Pretty standard MMP quality stuff. Feels a little bit thicker than normal-ish. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got a pretty standard size map, 24 by 36. I think that was the size of that, wasn't that? Let's look at the back. What did that say? It said 22 by 34. Yeah, that's what I meant. 22 by 34. You got the Sea of Alzir down here. Here's Rostov here. Here's going to be the drive from the Germans down this way. See, there's only one road down there. Some minor rivers. Looks like the Don River, of course, there. Not bad. You got the clear hexes are kind of this gray. These are probably hill hexes, yes. So you have road hexes. And you also have these hexes, which are actually considered tracks. And then you have railroad, which is this red one there. And over here is another one. And another one coming in there. So you got railroad. You have villages, which are this. You have cities, which are the more condensed little buildings. You have swamp, which is going to be down here. And you have major river, minor river. We talked about that. The Dawn's going to be a major river. The Muse is probably going to be a minor river. A bunch of other little minor rivers there. And then, of course, you got your sea hex sides down here. It's going to start October 13th to 15th, 1941. It's going to end November 30th to December 2nd, 1941. And on the turn track here, if I can fold this up and bring it over, you guys can see that weather is going to be clear, 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 mud, 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 clear, 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 and then freeze, freeze. Excuse me. Freeze, 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 freeze. And then this is going to be your west side of the map. Stellino? Stellano? Stellino? Stellano? Yeah, so I had ordered this because it's obviously Standard Combat Series. So really, thought, oh yeah, we'll pre-order this. I like the cover. It's pretty interesting. It's got this kind of like everything's on fire kind of look to it. The building's on fire, and then it's got that red hazy thing. Then you got the German tank coming in, destroyed buildings and vehicles there. Very interesting cover. So let me see if you guys can see that a little better. Art design again on the front cover was by Nicholas Escubi. Escubi? I'm not sure, but sorry if I butchered his name, but he did a good job. I like that cover. Pretty cool. It definitely stands out on your shelf, that's for sure. This is Standard Combat Series game number 21. Holy cow. So there's that. Any questions? Nicholas does a lot of their art. Oh, okay. The pictures from California last week, says Joshua. Wardrobe says, unfortunately, it looks like California, but Joshua beat him to the punch. I like that martyr on the front. Yeah, that's super good. Nice artwork. It definitely stands out the back. You have a nice picture of some units kind of standing around talking or whatever. And of course you have your picture there. Yeah, back to the units now. If we let's see, how do I can do it like this because the camera's actually tipped down. I got to turn it like this. So the Germans have quite a few exploit capable units. Let's see how many things are going to put in the cup here. Admin counters. Let's see what we have. Or not admin counters, but formation counters. I'm not... There's Viking. 13th Panzer, 14th Panzer, 16th Panzer. 60th Motorized, 198th Infantry. 511th. The Lear. These are probably all you're targeting for your... artillery units. I'm not seeing any admin counters, to be honest. Or not it. What do I call them, admin counters? Not the admin counters. The formation counters you put into your silly little cup. Turn marker. Yeah, let's look at our scenarios. I'm not seeing them. I wonder if this doesn't have any admin counters. Why do I keep calling them admin counters? Don't know. Just ignore me when I say admin counters. What I mean to say is the chit pool counters. I don't see any listed in... I don't see any listed, so maybe this is not chit draw. Panzer Battles was chit draw, but it doesn't look like this one is chit draw. I thought all of them were chit draw in this series, but what do I know? Yeah, initiative turn. Reinforcements, barrage, the German barrage phase, then you go to the movement phase, then the barrage phase, then the combat phase, the exploitation phase, the supply phase, and the cleanup phase. And the non-initiative player now repeats, so there's no draw chit, so there's no chits. This is not a chit pool, which is interesting, because the Panzer Battles was chit draw. And it's interesting, you have the German barrage phase, then you have the movement phase, and then you have another barrage phase. You guys see the... You got the reinforcement phase, the German barrage phase, the movement phase, the barrage phase, the combat phase, the exploitation phase, the supply phase, and the cleanup phase. And then the non-initiative player now repeats these steps. So I wonder if the German get to barrage in both their phase and in their opponent's phase. That's interesting. Let's look under barrages. Initiative player has 0 to 3 airstrikes that they can use during the turn. The Soviet player may conduct barrages and airstrikes during the common barrage phase only. The German player may conduct barrages during either the barrage phase. The German player may conduct barrages during either barrage phase, but each artillery unit may conduct only one barrage per turn. So they can either do it in the German barrage phase, or they can wait till after movement and then do it in the barrage phase, but they can only do it once. So the units won't be able to do more than one attack, but it's interesting that they can wait until after the movement. So the Germans can actually move into better positions and then barrage. Which seems really, really powerful. Don't you think? AFB isn't chit draw, it's I go, you go. Okay. If you haven't tried Heights of Courage, the Israel's get an exploitation phase in Israel's turn and in the Syrian turn. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't own very many in the series. I will say that. I only got Panzer Battles and Day of Days. So So these are the two that I own, but this, oh, it's another monster. It's another monster. Ah, go away, go away, go away, go away. So yeah, Rostov 41. So that's interesting. So there's definitely going to be some changes to your thinkings, to your strategies, and what you're going to be able to do and what you're not going to be able to do from Panzer battles to this one. I thought it was going to be more of a, equal, but it's definitely not. The Citro does add a little bit of flavor and surprise to it, of course. The barrages look exactly the same. So, I mean, if you've done barrages in Panzer battles, it's pretty much the same thing. Disorganization looks the same. Weather, except for mud, is a new addition. Use the mud cost on the TEC. No exploitation phase in mud turns. So that is going to be turn 5, 6. Oh, I'm sorry, turn 4, 5, 6, 7. There will be no exploitation phase during those turns because of the mud. No overruns allowed either. Only one airstrike maximum is allowed. No other airstrikes. All other airstrikes are lost. Each player rolls a die and halves the result, rounding down. This is the maximum number of artillery barrages that player can make during the turn. So you're going to roll a die, half it, and round up. So you're going to, if you roll 1, you're going to only get maximum of 1 barrages. And the maximum you would be able to make would be obviously 3, because that would be 6. Halved would be 3, rounded up is still 3. All retreats are limited to 1 hex, regardless of the printed value on the combat result chart. Advance after combat is also limited to 1 hex. And motorized units have their attack strength halved, and is cumulative with other effects as well. Mod greatly slowed down the ability to resupply units with munitions. In addition, the German supply line was nearly non-existent during the heavy freeze. Oh, we got the deep freeze as well. So that'll be like a little bit of a new addition. So during mud turns, not a lot of artillery barrages, not a lot of advances, no overrun, no exploitation, very few airstrikes, very few artillery barrages. The deep free major river hex sides now become crossed for an extra 2 movement points, and attacks across are at half strength. Swamp costs 2 movement points and can be entered by motorized units. German army units, any counter with an oval symbol on it, including recon, attack and defend at half strength. The German player rolls a die and halves the result, rounding up. This is the maximum number of artillery barrages they can make during the turn. So during the deep freeze, 11, 12, 13, 14, German's not going to get a lot done either in the deep freeze. So mud deep freeze is going to be really important. The rest of it looks pretty standard. 3 units of any type or size can stack in a hex. A hex is to be found overstacked at the end of a player's turn or the instant of any combat or overrun. All units in it are DG'd. Units have 1 or 2 steps. Single step units are those with no back version. Really? What a great idea. Whoa, look at that. What a difference. The Russians have a lot of 1-step units. You can see most of their counters are blank. The Germans are about 50-50. Interesting. All right. Whoa, look at, I got a broken counter sheet. Look at that. I'm going to have to call MMP and tell them. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously not. That's fine. All right, so that is Rostov 41, if you've got your pre-order in, check with them and see if it's headed your way. This makes up for GMT, though, because my GMT order, my pre-order from GMT, which was ordered many moons ago, I got an email from them saying, oh, they are shipping out my Flying Colors 3rd edition. And then I got an email from them, or I don't know, it was a link in the same email or whatever it was. And I checked the link, and it's not gonna be here until the 14th. They sent me the email. Let's look at that because this is driving me crazy. GMT sent me an email. Let's see what day that was. My game order was shipped. That was on September 4th. September 4th. Where are you? You're over here somewhere. September 4th. And so when I click on the tracking number, which was supplied in the email, it says it's not going to be delivered until 9/14. So it's going to take 10 days for my order to get here from GMT. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm paying for that shipping, and they're taking, what are they taking it by, like, Stagecoach, or what are they doing? 10 days to get something shipped? That's ridiculous. I've seen videos of people unboxing their brand new copy of Flying Colors 3rd edition. But no, I've got to wait till the 14th for my copy. So getting this from MMP, that's makes me a little happier now because they did better than GMT did with theirs. So Rustov 41. Yeah, but I've been waiting since the 4th. I got the email on the 4th saying your order's been shipped. It shouldn't take 10 days to get here. There's no way it should take 10 days to get here. Like I said, I saw people the day I got my email. I've seen people, oh, wait, let's look. Let's go to YouTube and look at YouTube. Where's YouTube? Here it is, right? And if I go Flying Colors board game, and we'll do a filter by, let's say, the last week. So let's see, the GM Alcove got his deluxe 3rd printing unboxing. What day was his video posted? September 4th. That was the day I received my email saying that my game was being shipped. He's got his already ready to go. Steve Dongles. He got his on September 4th. Look at his live unboxing. Nice. So I'm like, where's my copy? I pre-ordered this like forever ago. Where's my copy? And well, you'll get it when you get it, Mr. Jester. You'll just get it when we decide to send it to you. So this is a nice surprise because when I saw the package, I thought, oh, it's finally here. Yay. I waited all this time to get my Flying Colors. Nope. It was Rustov 41, which is just as good a surprise. So there you go. If you got this on pre-order, check to see when it's coming in. It shouldn't be too much longer for you guys out there. Maybe you'll get it by the end of the month. If not, call MMP and let them know you didn't get your pre-order. But if you haven't pre-ordered it, give them a whirl over there. Give them a call and get your order placed for Rostov 41 Standard Combat Series MMP. Series designed by Dean Essing. Game designer is Ray Weiss, and game developer Lee Forrester. They've done a really good job with all the Standard Combat games that I've had. I've been really happy with them. So there you go. Thanks to Wardrobe and Joshua and Al Red Sox fan and Philip Reynolds and Russ Swordsman, Wargamer, for coming on out. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for all your good information. Dave Little was here for a while, so I appreciate everyone coming out and saying hi, at least, and getting a chance to look at our new game. Rostov 41. We'll be able to actually counter equip this one in an hour, maybe. Look at that. Only one counter sheet. That is nice. Look at that. Excellent. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you all next time. Have a great day, guys. We'll see ya.